Yes, look, travelling in a motorhome has been a part of my life for a very long time. Even before we had kids, my wife and I would get away in a camper van for trips, testing them out. I've always been a bit of an adrenaline junkie, so having a 4x4 model in my horizon range was always part of my plan. Yeah, so I wanted to really put this 4x4 motorhome to the test, so I personally knew what it couldn't do. So planned to have a bit of an epic trip with the family, and we chose the Kimberleys in WA just because of its extremities. I'd heard that it had some pretty serious terrain on the Gibb River Road. So for this 4-week adventure, we had our family of 4 in our 4x4 motorhome. My family of 4 consists of my wife Kylie, my daughter Alicia and my son Samuel, and of course myself, Clayton. So yeah, we decided to head south to Adelaide and then go up through the centre. Went through Cooper Pedy, then Uluru, and then on to Alice Springs, and then that's where the off-road adventure began. We hit the Tanami Desert, or the famous Tanami track, which takes us directly over to Broome. So that was a fantastic experience as well, sort of being that remote, very few people out there. We actually just camped on the side of the road in the middle of the desert, about 200 kilometres from Wolf Creek. If anyone's ever seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about, but I certainly slept with one eye open all night that night. Yeah, we certainly stood out on the trip. We had that motorhome fully wrapped in sign writing because we wanted to promote the trip. So each family member had a turn each day of writing a couple of chapters of a blog that we put on our website. So some of our clients could follow us on the trip, and the kids really took ownership of that. Kimberleys is an outdoor adventurous wonderland. The kids absolutely loved it. There's so much to see and do, from beautiful waterfalls and swimming holes to caves to explore, working cattle stations to visit and take tours on. We went to Elizabeth Station up there, and we went on a full-day tour of the station and saw Bradshaw Aboriginal art. I think the kids learnt more on that trip than they probably would have done in a term at school. Yeah, so look, I was really impressed with the Mercedes Benz Sprinter 4x4, both on the road and off the road. The fantastic thing about it was out on the highway, up in the Northern Territory, there's no speed limits. We could sit on 120 or 130 quite comfortably. On the dirt roads, getting into the corrugations, again, if you're travelling at 70 or 80, it absolutely would shake you to bits. But once you got the vehicle over 90, it pretty much just skipped over the top of those corrugations, which almost made them non-existent. Caravans sitting on like 60 kilometres an hour, we were just passing them like they were standing still. Yeah, so it's pretty unfortunate that we only had the 4 weeks to do that trip. We wish we had a lot longer. So we tried to maximise our time up in the Kimberleys and squeezed every last minute out of it. So we'd organised to meet a journalist in Alice Springs who was going to take over the vehicle from there and drive it across the Plenty Highway and do a review. And myself and my family flew home from Alice. So we squeezed every last minute out of the trip and left ourselves 2 days to cover more than 2,000 k's to get down to Alice. And yeah, it was a pretty sad moment for all of us to have to pack the motorhome up. We had to clean it before we handed it over, and all the family just kept saying, "Oh, we wish we could do the last leg. We wish we could do the Plenty Highway, and if we didn't have to go home, where would we go to next?" So yeah, it was a sad moment leaving it behind in Alice Springs.